December 17th, 2019. The National Weather Service had issued a high winds and small craft advisory. There was a chance of rain later on in the afternoon. We turned our sights to one of our favorite places, Sams Creek Canal, at the Pine Island Conservation Area. It's a fun short paddle. There are trees along the canal that would shelter us from the wind. As long as we didn't venture out into the open Indian River, we wouldn't have to fight the wind and waves. Sams Creek Canal at the Pine Island Conservation Area offers plenty of parking. There is a short walking trail with a chance to see manatee at the manatee viewing area, and for us, easy access to launch our kayaks. If you've ever seen any of my other Florida vacation videos, you might recognize this location, since it is one of the usual places we go. We have seen manatee, dolphin, and a couple alligators in the water with us. This area is very clean. Very rarely do we see any trash along the shoreline. Launching from this point, your only option is to paddle south for 3/4 of a mile. The canal then turns west, which you would paddle for another 1/4 of a mile. The mile-long canal opens up into the Indian River. On a nicer day, we would continue the paddle and head north toward the Nassau Causeway. If you chose to paddle south, the Indian River would take you toward Manatee Cove Park, which I reviewed a couple days ago. If you do paddle the Indian River, be sure to remember to save enough energy for your return trip. At the canal basin, the Indian River is almost 2.5 miles wide. The basin is 3.25 miles south of Nassau Causeway and 2.25 miles north of Manatee Cove Park. In low winds, there is very little current in the Indian River, and you could paddle in any direction without having too much trouble paddling back. In higher winds, the water can get very choppy, and it can be difficult to paddle against the wind. Before paddling out into the open waters, be sure you are very cognizant of the wind conditions. Otherwise, a leisurely trip could become a very intensive paddle. For this trip, we didn't have much luck finding any dolphin. The waters were still too cold for manatee, and not a gator in sight. The birds weren't even out. When we peeked out of the canal's basin, we could see rain off in the distance, south of us in the Cocoa Rockledge area. We decided it might be best to turn back now so we didn't get caught up in the rain while loading our kayaks. We also needed to find a good place to eat as it was getting close to 3 p.m., happy hour time. Sams Creek has always been one of our favorite Florida spots to kayak. The small kayak ramp makes it easy to access the water. Most of the time you'll see an abundance of wildlife. The area is clean and you generally don't run into many other people here. The sheltered waters make it an easy place to paddle for novice kayakers. Just be sure to give the dolphin, manatee, and alligators their space. And don't forget to leave the place as pristine as you found it. hope you have been enjoying my videos from our recent Florida vacation. We were in Florida for 3 weeks and paddled many different places, and I plan to continue making videos of each location we paddled. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that way you'll be alerted when my next video is released. Also, be sure to like this video, and if you have any feedback or would like to know more about an area, leave a comment. If you've been to this area before, tell me about your experience of it. Thank you again for watching this video.